What's up, YouTube? Coming to you from the kitchen, man. I'm over here grilling a burger, but I wanted to answer a couple of questions that a lot of people ask. The common real estate questions that come up for a lot of people. All right, so I'm gonna answer a lot of those today. It's Veterans Day, so I do want to say I appreciate all the veterans that are out there. I'm a veteran myself, and never forget. United we stand. Yo, big ups to Grunt Style. Of course, I got to spend all the money to buy the dang shirt, but whatever. But anyway, bringing facts, FAQ, apostrophe S, on real estate questions, all right? I want to be able to answer those for you. So let's get into it. All right, so the first one is, how much house can I afford? Now, as a real estate agent, that's not something that I can answer. But I'll give you a quick rundown of how that whole process works, because I bought 2 homes and hopefully working on the 3rd one. But whenever you're looking to purchase a home, you don't just pick a number that you want because it feels comfortable to you. It depends on your debt to income ratio. It depends on your income. It depends on your credit score, and your buying power is what the lender's gonna figure out for you. So the lender's actually going to do all these little calculations, run your credit and different things like that, and give you a solid number for you to run with. As for purchasing a home, the number may be 400,000, maybe a million, maybe 3.5. Or if you're looking at a home already and the home is 480, and you just say all I need is 500,000, the lender will say you'll qualify for 500,000. Does that mean that you can't get more? No, you may be able to get more, but the lender will give you the idea of how much you're able to afford, meaning like what you're qualified for and what your monthly payments are. Also, they may be able to give you the interest rate for that time, but normally we don't have that locked in until you go in there and you put in an offer. So once you put in an offer, then we lock in the interest rate as well. All right, so the next one is, can I sell my home and buy a home at the same time? You dang right you can. So the way it's going to work is either you do it, you have 2 options. You do a contingency, which a contingency is you have your home, you have it listed, but the individual that's looking to buy it can't fully purchase it or move into it until your home is actually sold and closed. So they may close on the same day. They may close like a week apart to give you time to be able to close your home that you're selling, and then give you a week to be able to move some of that money into the one that you're going to purchase. So let me flip this burger. All right. So the second option would be for you to just put your house on the market, and right now it's a seller's market, so it's good for you. If this is later in the future, or a year or 2 from now, even a month from now, maybe the times are different. Maybe the market is slightly different, but as for now, this Wednesday, the market is a seller's market. So you can list your home, maybe it gets picked up and sold right away, and then you may have the opportunity to be able to buy the other home without having your home already sold. So you can try to coordinate it to close on the same date if that's okay with you. Close prior to, close after, but you're more than welcome to, if you have a home to sell, you're more than welcome to sell your home and buy one at the same time. There's 2 different options for you. You definitely want to speak to your realtor to make sure you have those options available. Along with the realtor, you want to make sure you speak to your lender, because your lender is going to let you know if you have that option available. If your money is expended in your first home, then you may not be able to go in and apply for that second one unless this one is already sold or that contingency is in place to have it close at the same time. So the next question is really a good question, and it's not something that any individual can answer for you. It's going to be based on whatever you want. So the next question is, how many homes should I look at before I actually make an offer to purchase a home? And the answer to that one is as many as you need. Some people are able to look at 1 or 2 homes. I actually had a buddy of mine. We ride bikes together, so if he's watching this, he already knows. But he looked at literally 2 homes, but he waited a whole year before he even, looked at these homes. The 2 homes came on the market. We looked at those two. One of them was it. Boom, we put in an offer. But the thing was, he was going to purchase one of those two no matter what. So if one didn't work, the second one was it. Other folks like myself, it took a year, sometimes 2 years. It didn't take me 2 years, but it took a year for the first one that I purchased. And then for this one, it only took a couple of months. But the lender had to give me the extra push to say, hey, you can do it. I had turned the fire down on my burger. But there is no set number on how many houses you have to see, because it may take you 4 or 5 houses before you can even make a decision on that. So, you'll have to feel your emotions out as you walk in the home, but it's something that you're going to feel right when you walk into the home. You're just going to know this is it. All right, so the next one is, what do you think the seller will accept as a fair price offer? That's another one that's like really hard when it comes to having a solid answer for it. The rule of thumb is don't really go less than 5% of whatever the full asking price is. So if they have it listed at 200,000, don't go less than that 5%, unless the comps don't come in right. If the comps don't come in right, you're going to offer whatever you want. But your realtor is going to advise you on what to offer, and it's up to you to decide on whether that's a good offer or not. You're more than welcome to say, no, I don't agree with that and I want to go lower or higher or whatever the case may be. But the realtor is really good at running the comps for you and then giving a good solid number, or I don't want to say a solid number, a good roundabout number of where you should be at with the offer. So if the home has been on the market literally less than 24 hours, it's really tough to gauge whether you can play with the market or not. In the seller's market, it's a little bit tougher. Now, when you're talking about when it's an equal market or the buyer's market, or the other option is if it's been sitting on the market for a considerable amount of time, 90 days, 120, 300 days, now you can come in there and play some hardball. You got a little bit of wiggle room in there when it comes to the offer. So it really just depends on where the home is at in the market sale. If it's brand new to the market, if it's listed right, if it's listed too high, too low, let your realtor negotiate all of that stuff for you. But there is no set offer that'll be accepted every single time. I've went in and done 8 offers in the seller's market and literally got shot down on every single one of those. Even though we had a strong offer, people were offering 20, 30,000 over. So there's no set price on there. All right, so the next one is, how do I know if the property is a good deal? You'll feel it sometimes. You'll feel if the deal is perfect, if everything is working out. And there's gonna be times where the deal doesn't feel warm and fuzzy, but it's still the right deal. It's just your money's on the line. You're either brand new to the situation or the deal just isn't making sense to you for whatever reason. But sometimes you'll feel the warm and fuzzies, if the deal is a good deal. Your realtor will be able to give you the numbers on it. Your lender will let you know what the market rate is for the interest rate and things like that. So again, there's no crystal ball that you can rub and say, is this a good deal or no deal? If the deal feels comfortable to you, that's what you're looking for. You don't want the deal to feel comfortable to the realtor. You don't want the deal to feel comfortable to the lender. It needs to be comfortable for you because it's your home. So make sure you feel comfortable with the deal. If you don't feel comfortable, ask questions. I have people ask plenty of questions to me, and then I ease their thoughts and their mind by giving them a good solid answer most of the time. As you can see, even with these questions and answers, there's no solid answers for a lot of stuff, but being able to communicate with your realtor, being able to communicate with your lender, the escrow as well, or the title company, those are key factors in feeling like you have a good deal and you're well communicated with whenever it comes to having questions, because you'll have answers from all 3 parties in this deal. All right, so the next question is, how quickly can I close? So a really good and safe answer is 30 to 45 days. If you try to close anytime quicker than that on a regular deal like FHA, conventional VA, you're going to run into some problems. You want to allow the title company to do what they're supposed to do. You want to allow your realtor to do what they're supposed to do. Let the lender have their time to look at your docs. It's really important for them to make sure your docs are perfect. The numbers are hitting right. If you rush it, you can do it in 15 days. I wouldn't advise to do so unless you're doing like a cash deal, skipping the inspection, the appraisal, and things like that. But I wouldn't advise doing that. I would advise 30 to 45 days should be allowed in order to have a safe and secure closing. That's just going to give you better peace of mind whenever it comes to doing your deal. All right, so the next one is, should I get a home inspection? And you goddamn right, every single home that you purchase, even if it's an investment home, I would advise you to please get yourself a home inspection. Do not pass that up if you have the chance to make a purchase without passing it up. Make the purchase and get the home inspection on every single home that you buy. No questions asked. Very, very important to get the home inspection. It allows you to know what's hidden behind the home, okay? Sometimes the home is immaculate, but maybe the grading is bad on the home. It just means that it doesn't run the right way on some locations maybe. And maybe that's a little quick fix. You go out there with the rake, fix the grading, and that's it. But if you didn't get that home inspection, that same grading can now cause floods and some issues whenever it comes to the irrigation and things like that outside. So it's very important to get that home inspection. Yes, please get it. All right, so the last and final question for today is, when can I back out if I change my mind? And the answer to that, there's a few of them, is when you're putting in an offer and you're doing the negotiation stage, your realtor should be doing that for you. You can actually back out if you just don't feel the price is right. So you can just say no, you back out. The other one is your offer is already accepted and you put contingencies on there. So I do this a lot, and not right now though, only because it's a seller's market, but the contingency is based on the inspection and the appraisal. So if the appraisal and the inspection come back really wonky, we can walk away easily, okay? So the appraisal comes back really, really low and the lender says we can't get funded. What we can do is go to the seller and say, hey, we want you to lower the price. If they say no, we can walk away and you get your money back, meaning you're earnest. If the inspection comes back and it just terrifies you, you can actually walk away. If the inspection comes back, you want some items fixed and they refuse to fix them, you can walk away again. And then you'll get your money back in these instances. If you, let me see, what other ones would it be? If you get to the final walkthrough date and these folks have damaged the home beyond what it was at. So the home was immaculate. The home had a great inspection. They repaired all the items, but they decided to rip holes in every single door, every single wall, whatever the case may be. That home is not in the same condition as when you've seen it. I understand sometimes they have to move out furniture and things like that, but you don't deliberately rip out walls and windows and doors. So if that home was now damaged to the point of that's not acceptable, you can actually walk out and still receive your money back. There has to be a reasonable reason for why you're walking away. And there's plenty of them to justify why you would walk away in the process, but you can't just walk away because you just don't want to tie your shoes in that threshold anymore and still receive your money. Yes, you can walk away, but you won't receive your earnest money. So there's got to be some legit reasons for why you're going to walk away. And there's plenty of them within the process. And hopefully this helps out. Hopefully some of you guys enjoy, the questions and the answers enough to be able to share this, hit the like button and just comment down below if you have any questions for yourself, or maybe a friend has a couple of questions, maybe I can answer a couple of those for you. But as always, if you made it this far, put Shamrock down in the bottom. Hit the like button, share, and I love you guys, man. I appreciate you always coming back and watching these videos. Much love, and happy Veterans Day if you're watching this day one.